Hi guys, I just want to do another game review, a game I've been playing very much on my PlayStation 4, Doom, the new Doom game. Originally I think it was going to be Doom 4, but they've just sort of done a rebranded Doom. Okay, so let's read a bit about the game. Developed by id Software, a studio that pioneered the first-person shooter genre and created multiplayer deathmatch. Doom returns as a brutally fun and challenging modern-day shooter experience. Relentless demons, impossible, destructive guns, and fast, fluid movement provide the foundation for intense first-person combat. Whether you're obliterating demon hordes through the depths of hell in the single-player campaign, or competing against your friends in numerous multiplayer modes. Expand your gameplay experience using Doom SnapMap game editor to easily create, play and share content with the world. So it says a relentless campaign. There is no taking cover or stopping to regenerate health as you beat back hell's raging demon hordes. Combine your arsenal of futuristic and iconic guns, upgrades, movement, and an advanced melee system to knock down, slash, stomp, crush, and blow apart demons in creative and violent ways. Now, before I bought this game, I heard from quite a lot of gamers the style of play is closer to Doom 1 and 2 than it is to Doom 3. I would actually perhaps disagree with that. I actually think this game is kind of similar to Doom 3. Yeah, I mean, it's not quite the same as the original Doom. The environment are fairly detailed, in fact probably more detailed than Doom 3, but the gameplay is definitely takes place in more open space. So you do get some of the sort of nostalgia from the original Dooms, where you have a lot of freedom and you're moving fast in and out of the enemy projectiles. So in that sense, sort of good nostalgic experience in many ways. Yes, so I've been playing the PlayStation 4 version. I imagine the graphics could be a wee bit better on a really good PC rig. Now, one thing that is definitely a highlight for this game is the graphics. They're definitely a step up from Doom 3. One of my favourite things, in fact, is when you play on Mars, the orangey dust looks like really nice. It looks like real chalky dust, and it's a small thing, but it's cool. And also the animations with the glory kills that you get in the game are pretty cool too. There is a storyline that involves you having to purge the demons, and it's definitely not black and white. There's sort of the thinking that having brought these creatures into the Earth realm, it's going to be beneficial to mankind in the future, whereas others' train of thought is that you just have to destroy them completely.
The ruptured casing should cause a rift strong enough to send you back to their world. We can determine your point of entry using the tether system I uploaded to your suit. Retrieving the Crucible is critical.
So I wouldn't say, though, that the storyline is particularly deep, but that's okay by me. I mean, the original Doom, there wasn't pretty much any cutscenes or anything. You had to kind of guess a lot of what was going on. And in fact, that one-man band style, you find that a good thing. There's plenty of games out there where you're one of a large faction. One of the, definitely, as I was saying before, the highlights is the sort of gameplay style. There is definitely some intelligent level design. You have all the secrets that, if you recall from the first games, But what I'd say the main hubris with the game is repetition. I'm not kidding when I say it's you fight wave after wave of those hell demons, and of course the waves get increasingly difficult. To where you will have, the Kaka demons are pretty powerful in this game, and then you've got the Barons of Hell, who are huge things, pain in the arse. Those are best save your BFG to deal with them. But anyway, yeah, it does sort of repetitive style of play. It doesn't get old too fast because it's just such a well put together game. But definitely, if you're playing this for a long time, you'll find it a little bit repetitive. Oh, and I also got stuck on the environment a couple of times too, although that's a minor thing really. Of course, I haven't mentioned yet, the multiplayer adds to the lifespan. There's lots of different little games you can play on multiplayer. You can play capture the flags, and then and the servers seem pretty full at the moment, so multiplayer on Doom definitely, especially now they've added a sort of Call of Duty style upgrade system as well. I'd like to sort of say as well that the game is intelligently designed. It's difficult to make something fresh in a genre that's being covered so many times over, with lots of games that are very similar. But the developers, id or Bethesda, have really done a good job here. Glory kills are kind of a big part of combat, but also the weapons are really nicely animated. It's a nice game visually. Also, as I said, it's clever because, for instance, they've brought back the old chainsaw, the Eager Beaver, but it's kind of like, it's tricky. How do we add this without it being overpowered? So they've done this system where you get chainsaw fuel, a limited supply, so you can't use it indefinitely. Yet when you have it, it's super effective. So yeah, it's a good game, Doom. I would not rate it up with the first or the second Doom in the context of time and effect on the games industry. Unfortunately, this is sort of just another game, albeit a good one. I didn't quite see the innovativeness of the original game. I question how much influence some of the original, big name Doom guys had in this game. Probably a lot of them didn't have so much. I mean, for instance, the John Carmack and Tom Hall, who were pretty clever guys. I think they've moved on. But yeah, I mean, it's as I said, it's probably in the top 10 releases for PlayStation 4 so far. Maybe even the top 5 push. So yeah, I would give this an 8 out of 10, and I'd say if you are someone that likes to play FPS games, that you will especially should enjoy this. Anyway guys, adios, amigo, sayonara.
Capturing zone.